Hi everyone. Now Gala week is now over and in last week's Captain's Chat I gave the results from the first 4 days of Gala week, but just in case you missed it, the Captain's Prize and Gold Medal was won by Rob Lees, and Kevin Worrell, Dan Chalmers and Dougie Taylor also won prizes for Nearest the Pins and Longest Drives. Sunday and Monday belonged to the Rowe family, with Peter's grandsons winning the family prize on Sunday afternoon and Peter himself winning the One Club Plus Putter Challenge on Monday evening. The ladies' invitation on Tuesday saw Sally Hubbard, Ian Collard and Ali Gibb on the winners' podium, and of course let's not forget Nikki Fisher's hole-in-one. I'm sure she won't have forgotten that one. And Lee Gass, who won the 6-8 swindle on Tuesday, completing the first half of Gala week. We had a break on Wednesday, so let me tell you about what happened in the second half of Gala week from Thursday to Saturday. It rained, no surprise there, but the Alex Barneveld putting competition did take place on Thursday evening, and congratulations to Paul Wynyard on getting his name on the board. However, the rain did wash out the longest drive competition, which was a shame, but we put the trophies to good use because we did longest drives in the Greenkeeper's Revenge on Saturday, so never wasted it. But to me, Friday was the real highlight, and getting up at 3:45 in the morning to walk the first of 5.5 rounds with James Miller was an absolute privilege. It was dark when I woke up, but James completed his 100th hole just after 7 p.m, having started at 4:15, and he just missed out on a dream finish to his 100th hole. His second shot on the 10th, just behind me, hit the flag. Just imagine, that would have been an albatross if it had dropped, which would have been a great fitting end to his 100 holes. But sadly, it ricocheted further down the green. He just missed the eagle putt, but putted in for a birdie. But that didn't dampen the enthusiasm of everybody who was waiting on the 10th green to welcome him and to support him during the day. And I personally can't thank James enough. He did say to me, "Don't ever ask me to do this again." And don't worry, James, I won't. You did an absolutely sterling job last Friday. And as a result of that, you on your own raised over £1,100 for the Captain's Charity, which is brilliant. And there's more money coming in as we speak. So I guess you want to know what his eclectic score was, don't you? Because some of you bet on that on the sweepstake. So what was his best score on each hole over the day? His eclectic score was 62. He birdied one hole, that was the 8th, twice, and in spite of a few bad holes, where he got a par or better on every hole on the course during his 100-hole challenge. So 62 was his eclectic score. And I will pay the 3 people who guessed the score of 62 in the sweepstake which I ran, and I'll give them their share of the winnings, with the balance going to the Captain's Charity. And the same for the person who got closest to the total number of strokes that James had in his 100-hole challenge, and that was 444. It did include a quadruple bogey, but we'll just keep quiet about that one, shall we? But I was delighted to buy James a bottle of champagne when he came in off the 10th on Friday evening, and I hope you will all congratulate him when you see him. Absolutely fantastic achievement to play so much golf, quality golf, in such a short time. So Gala week's finished. It finished with the Greenkeeper's Revenge on Saturday, with James in a team limping around, but he still got round. But he didn't get onto the winner's podium, which featured the team of Steve Bradley, Roger Berlin, Barry Jones and Mark Richards, who got an impressive total of 84 as their best 2 scores on each hole. But it's great fun. We had a bit of rain, unfortunately, but I really owe big thanks to lots of people for the Gala week that's just happened, and please, my apologies if I fail to mention you by name, but I will just firstly mention Sue Taylor, so my co-conspirator in the planning of the Gala week as ladies captain, and she also manned the halfway house just behind me here on Captain's Day with Vicky Leach and with Anne Hay. And on Sunday, to Ian and Fiona Collard for organising the fun afternoon. Tim Tandy, who got the 6 to 8 Swindlers behind Gala Week on Tuesday, and then on Thursday Paul Wynyard and Mike Moore, who organised Thursday evening's activities. And going back to Friday and James's 100-hole challenge, to everybody who walked with James on Friday, starting with Steve Wakeling, who was there on the first tee with me at 4:15 on Friday morning, and then those who followed later in the day, so Sue Taylor, Sheila Brock, Tony Porter, Jerry Meach, Catherine Frost, Sarah King, Kathy Ridout, Nigel Burridge, or Ginge as he's known to most of us, Paul Agate, Tim Tandy, John Vigus, Cheryl Elvins, Paul Kelly and Ali Gibb. And as I say, if I've forgotten anybody, please excuse me. But also thanks to everybody who's donated to the Captain's Charity. Too numerous to mention, but every time I go onto the Just Giving site, there's more money there. So thank you very much for all your support. But last but not least, the brilliant team we've got here at Crowhamhurst. So it's behind the bar, in the office, in the pro shop, or out on the course. And I would just do one shout out, special shout out to Caroline, who met up with Sue and myself many times to make sure that Gala Week was as successful as it could be. And also to Adam, who was there day in, day out, often quite late and certainly very early mornings to make things go smoothly. But also the entire green staff who made sure the course was in great condition. I do forgive them for the torture that they put us through in the Greenkeeper's Revenge on Saturday. Personally, I think all the holes should be put in the bunker. It's much, much easier. Saves us having to worry about getting out of a bunker. And I just met a new member who just arrived in Steve's office, introduced himself to me. He has just joined this course, signed up today because of the quality of the golf course behind me. So big thanks to the Greens team for giving us a fabulous place on which to play our golf. How was it for me? A lot of people have said, oh well, did you enjoy Gala Week? The answer was absolutely yes. My one regret though was signing up for the London-Brighton bike ride, which I did on Sunday, and I can now walk, which is good, but I did complete the London-Brighton bike ride in 5 hours, which was about bang on the target that I'd set myself. And again, thank you to those of you who've supported me by sponsoring the bike ride. But basically, yeah, I loved Gala Week, and for the people coming after Sue and me, so that's Bobby and Nikki, I would thoroughly recommend that you try and do a Gala Week. Maybe change the format, maybe change the events, but I think it brought the club together, and it was great for me, certainly, to meet so many people. Highlight for me, apart from James's Friday, was actually also on Friday when I came second in the mixed greensomes on Friday evening, partnering Debbie Berlin, and I won a whole camembert. And for those of you who know me, you'll know that I love wine. I also love cheese. So I'm glad I didn't win, because I'd have won a bottle of wine. I came second and won a whole camembert. So how great was that? So Gala Week's over. Big congratulations to everybody who won something. Big thanks to everybody who helped. But also, I couldn't finish this Captain's Chat without giving a huge congratulations to Chris Brightman, who was 100 years old on Sunday. So happy birthday, Chris, and I look forward to seeing you to celebrate next week. Take care. Cheers.